Let's talk about the president's plan that he's going to be unveiling a few hours from now. The White House and Treasury deciding against a complete overhaul of the regulatory system. They refer to it as a, quote, harmonizing of the rules among some of the existing regulatory bodies that are already out there. Explain to us how this will better protect us from what we saw happen last fall.
You know, what this is a very big overhaul. You're right, it's not a wiping away of everything. It's a building on the existing structure, making sure it works better. One of the key things is just more and better regulation, especially of our largest financial institutions. One of the changes that we'll be proposing is that the Federal Reserve take responsibility for any financial institution whose failure would be a threat to the whole system. That is, even if you're not a bank, if you're something like something like AIG, whose failure could bring down the whole system, the Federal Reserve, we're going to give the job of really watching them closely. So that's going to be crucial, because absolutely what we saw this past fall is a lot of firms, financial firms, get into a lot of trouble, and it put the whole system at risk.
And we certainly did see that, and you did refer to that the Federal Reserve, under this plan, if approved by Congress, would have the power to seize and dismantle firms that are deemed systemically dangerous. How would that work, though?
Well, it's very much what we're proposing. What goes by the name of resolution authority is exactly what we have now for small and medium-sized banks through the FDIC. And that is a plan that we think works very well. When a small bank gets into trouble, the FDIC can come in often on a Friday, and by Monday the bank is back up and operating and they've dealt with the problem. What we need is that same kind of authority for big, complicated financial institutions. What we learned this fall is something like an AIG, we just didn't have the tools. We had to choose between two lousy alternatives, a bailout and a catastrophic bankruptcy.
Right.
We need something for an organized receivership dismantling that can happen fast and doesn't put tons of taxpayer dollars on the line.